We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. He threw a punch and just got countered. That counter punch caught him clean. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Well, there's no business like show business, and this is the most unique play anyone will ever see in this theater, mano-a-mano.
You're getting everything tonight, and you know what? When you're in a theater, you know you've got to perform. There's no cutting corners. There's no making up excuses, because you're going to be so transparent, all laid out there.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Failing to score with that right hook. And he scores with the counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Both men step back for just a moment. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Well done with that counter shot. Let's talk about Jacobs in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. And there's the bell to start the round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Punch, counter punch. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. That counter shot lands. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way. Jab slightly off target.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to...
Jacobs in real trouble. It appears he's out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you, one clean punch changes everything.
What's caught sleeping on the job? What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
This round's still up for... Oh boy, the Miracle Man now in some trouble. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. You know that bell was sweet. They ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Swing and a miss with the hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
You're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching your every move, that every touch.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round. When are we gonna see a jab from these two?
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. They exchange punches. And this is a you hit me hard. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
A lot of people love watching fighters in this weight class because they've got the speed and they've got the power. How about that time counter shot? He threw the hook, didn't land. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. You'd like to see more jabs. A real good back and forth between these two fighters. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Good counter punch. Tried to score with the uppercut. Nice counter shot. Well done with that counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Nice counter shot. Let's talk about Jacobs in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. And there's the bell to start the round. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. A perfect counter shot. Just missed with that hook. Those counter punches have to hurt. Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Nice counter shot. They threw the hook. It didn't land. That counter shot lands. Straight right just misses. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Punch, counter punch. Let's talk about Jacobs in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that. They ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They exchange punches. Straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. They threw the hook, but didn't land. A perfect counter shot. The straight right just misses. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Perfect counter lands. Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Do you believe what we are seeing? Can't land the jab there. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That left hook misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That counter shot lands. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage. And there's the bell to start the round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punch. They exchange punches. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Looks like he's going to move around the ring a little bit more. Try some stick and move. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And he fails to score with that left hook. Just misses with that jab. Perfect counter. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Nice counter shot. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here, couldn't it? They ring the bell, and here we go. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
That counter punch caught him clean. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Beautiful counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round. You'd like to see more jabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Walk away from each other and then run right back. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Beautiful counter shot. Let's talk about Jacobs in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
That counter punch caught him clean. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Good idea, but misses with the left hook. Needs to put some combination. Ooh, and Daniel Jacobs just got rocked. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense is everything, because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting. It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough.
An illegal move there. Catch and shoot. They exchange punches. Nice counter shot. So much for boxing. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Let's talk about Jacobs in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something. They ring the bell, and here we go. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter, who continues to be aggressive as the... And there goes Jacobs. He's down. And look at that body shot. They couldn't have thrown it any better.
I've got to see that again.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
This is a high-octane battle. Off-the-charts action from both of these fighters. Just missed with that hook. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Those counter punches have to hurt. Let's talk about Jacobs in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
And he misses with that jab. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it. Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Both men step back for just a moment. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Which fighter will say no mas? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes. And there's the bell to start the round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter punch. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him. Frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he pulls you down.
No rest for the weary. This has been a very competitive round between these two. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Nice counter shot. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right. That is illegal. What a tough way to lose it, by split decision.
A split decision, I've enjoyed that. I actually forgot the rounds rolled by. The rounds were that close, they flew by. But